how do I say, I had my neighbor broken into about 4.5 months ago. They'd actually came into my place or my yard, but I've got a big dog, so nothing was taken. But how do I say, they rummaged through everything under the carport, but didn't go into the actual backyard or anything itself. My neighbor, who has one of those large monster houses with the gate, they actually hopped the gate, went around back and broke in, how do I say, the sliding screen door. They pried it open. The RCMP were there. The alarm didn't go off, which is strange because their alarm goes off a couple times a year. And yeah, so I don't know if they defeated the alarm or if the folks didn't have it on when people broke in. Their computers and everything were snatched, their stereo, the TV. My stuff, I guess, is so old that with my big dog. But I see a lot more of, how do I say, the young punks hanging around at my bus stop. I live on Williams, 5 houses up from number 1 road, and I have a bus stop right beside. And they're now coming down there, sitting on the bus stop, smoking weed, getting high. And there's 4 of, how do I say, the young little wannabe gangsters, probably early 20s. They live up the street just before the church, just before one of the rental houses on the other side. I've sort of tried to keep an eye on them periodically because that's who I suspected on the neighbor's place, because they seem to hang around. They're always looking. There's a whole troop of them, about 4 or 5 that live up in that house that I see, and a couple of them have cars. So.
What's the intersection?
Where I live is 1 in Williams, but it's between William or 1 road and Railway. But it's, how do I say, one of the rental houses just before, how do I say, the church. You've got that new, where they built, 6 or 8 townhomes on 1 lot. Next door to it is that rental house, and that's where I suspect those boys are from.
What's the exact street?
Williams.
Okay, now one of the RCMP officers says that there is a drug house on Williams between number 1 road and Railway, but they didn't give us the exact address. And that's where this one officer said that he believes that the stolen merchandise is being taken. Did you see any odd merchandise there?
No, I haven't. But then I just walked by with my dog. But like I said, it's between Railway and number 1 road. It's on the north-hand side of the street.
Would you describe this house?
It's an older house. It used to have trees in front of it. Trees are all cut down. It's got crumbly, wavy asphalt and room for many, many cars. When I go home tonight, I'll look at the address. I walk my dog by it. But yeah.
Okay. Would you share this? Okay to share this information?
Sure.
Okay. Now, do you see any other suspects come to your mind?
No. But those are the ones that I keep an eye on, just because there's 4 or 5 of them. And I have witnessed them standing at the bus stop when I walk by. There's no fear. They just sit there and smoke weed right on the street. Matter of fact, how do I say, I think they've conducted business out on my bus stop there several times where people meet them there, they sit, and then their friends go one way, they go back up the street to their homes.
So you're suggesting that's drug dealing?
I believe it's drug dealing, but then again, a lot of drug dealers take thefts and stolen merchandise from their clientele, depending on who they are and what. So that's not unheard of, but that's the only thing I can think of. And we have seen an increase in activity in the Williams area. I've been in the same house 27 years. So,
are your neighbors doing anything about this? Is that possibly the drug house that the RCMP was talking about?
That's what I'm suspecting, because it's up the street, and these boys are all Richmond boys. They're all probably known to the RCMP in one form or another, because they've got their, how do I say, their colors, or how do I say, T-shirts, and that. Hats are off to the side. They have their hairdos, and how do I say, they portray the image.
Can you describe them? Are they white, Asian?
Yeah, they're Caucasian.
Caucasian.
All Caucasian boys.
And there's can you give us a detailed description?
Oh, that's how you do. There's 3 or 4 of them that I see.
Is this a
They
rental
all have
house?
short hair. One has blonde, one has brown, but I'd have to sit there and look at them again to fine-tune what they look like, because they look like young men who are wannabe little gangsters. And how do I say it? They're regulars at my bus stop, and they don't take the bus. They sit on the bus stop, get high, do whatever they need to do, and then they saunter back up the street. Sometimes 1 or 2 of them get on the bus when it comes. Sometimes when the bus comes, they get up and they walk away and they don't get on the bus.
Okay.
So that's about what I know and about all I've seen.